So, okay. Jo, AI. Schauen wir mal. Stimmt. Jetzt sind wir ja bei der ersten Timeline, die verschlossen war, die jetzt aufgeschlossen ist. Genau, wo irgendwie Boss so Sejima erschossen hat. Warum auch immer. Und ja. Mal gucken.
What's going on here? Why did Boss kill So?
Boss's alibi for Shoko's murder.
Shoko was killed around 5 p.m. Friday. What was Boss doing at that time?
Unknown.
Boss's alibi for Renju's murder.
What about Saturday, 8 p.m.?
The time Renju was killed? Similarly unknown.
Boss's alibi for Iris and Ota's murder. Ach stimmt, in der Timeline sind sie ja tot.
Iris and Ota were killed at different times. I was watching the stream on the call with Boss.
Only the first few minutes. The polar bear had not yet appeared on stream. It is possible that she made the call from somewhere off camera.
Where was Boss's phone at the time? Check her cell records.
She did not call from a mobile phone. She used a PC. Using a VPN service, she could have accessed her Abyss PC from the warehouse and made the call.
I don't believe it. Boss?
Boss is the new Cyclops killer? Shoko, Renju, Iris, Ota, So. Boss killed them all?
The evidence makes that a likely possibility. So also had his left eye removed. Identical to Shoko, Renju, and Iris. Date, I know where the boss is. I have picked up her GPS.
Where?
She is now at the Sagan residence.
Oh.
Somewhere inside Hitomi's house.
What?
I drew my gun from its holster and barged into the house.
Hitomi! Hitomi!
I called for her, but there was no reply. I didn't see Boss either.
Iva, call Boss's phone.
On it.
Not past the sound is coming from inside this room. I hear her phone vibrating. Where's it coming from? That. Oh.
The boss's phone.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
Kaname Date, you were under arrest for murder.
What?
What the hell?
Drop your weapon. Comply!
Boss?
Boss, what the fuck are you doing?
I could ask you the same thing.
What?
You killed Shoko Nadami, didn't you?
What?
That's ridiculous. What are you talking about?
Don't lie.
Where is Hitomi?
I don't know. She was gone when I got here.
Why did you come here?
Why would I tell you?
Did you kill the 5 victims?
Are you kidding me?
You're the new Cyclops killer.
What? Why do you think that?
You put a gun to So's head and pulled the trigger. I saw it with my own eye.
Shut up! Shut up! Stop lying!
Fight!
This is going nowhere.
Are you going to fight?
I have no choice.
I recommend against it. You have 0 chance of winning a firefight.
Well then, what can I do?
Let me think.
Macht sie wieder ihre Berechnungen. Hallo Broken.
Date, what is that on the kitchen table? Could it be your favorite thing?
What?
The magazine.
You want me to look at a magazine now?
Magazine.
Just look.
Oh.
Can't be. This is the stuff of legends. Only the most diehard fans have ever laid eyes on it.
Eine DVD? Oder? Nee. Magazin, aber irgendwie.
Oh! Limited edition!
What?
Date, load Evolver with firebomb bullets.
Firebomb? Oh.
Shoot at the cloud.
So, sehr gefährlich.
Why?
Just do as I say, and fast.
Wie, warum, why? Hatte noch nie was von einer Mehlexplosion gehört. Mörder. Nicht wirklich.
She is probably just unconscious. Her right shoulder and left leg suffered damage, but she will live.
A dust explosion, huh? Good thinking.
Thank you.
But you could have just had me throw the bag of flour.
That would have been too slow. To improve your reaction time, I had to improvise.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's have a look.
Warum hat Hitomi überhaupt so ein Magazin bei sich daheim? Mitten in der Küche liegen.
Hey, this is just a cooking magazine.
Oh. Okay.
Boss is still unconscious. However, her brainwaves are stable. Syncing with her shouldn't be an issue.
Ist Peter in der Timeline wieder... Oder nicht böse?
Date, talking to her would be pointless.
Warum hat sie das Mehl draufgestellt? Puh.
You do know that, don't you?
Why are you so cooperative? Because I know that the boss is my enemy. I got the video from Aiba. I processed it and found that it showed no sign of tampering or editing. which means there can be no mistake. The boss shot and killed So Sejima after pulling out his left eye. That makes the odds of her being the culprit behind the other murders very high. Or maybe she had accomplices. Either way, she's a criminal. That's why I am cooperating with you, Special Agent Date. I want it as bad as you do. The truth.
Where's number 89?
I had him put back behind bars.
In Fuchu prison.
That's right. I couldn't keep him here.
Ach stimmt. Ranger ist in der Timeline ja tot. Das heißt... Ja, der hat das in der anderen Timeline ja alles nur wegen Ranger gemacht. Ja. How's boss?
She has broken her right shoulder, as well as the fibula of her left leg. But her brain is perfectly healthy. You can sync with her.
Decided to sync with her. Asking questions would just be wasting time. Besides, even if she was awake, I can't imagine that she'd take kindly to an interrogation. Hitomi still hasn't been found. I have a bad feeling about this, but there's a good chance that boss knows where she is. How would I get that information? Getting into her head would definitely be the quickest way. That's why I brought her here.
Computer, are the preparations done?
Ready anytime.
Let's get started.
Date.
I know. 6-minute time limit. I'll be back before time's up.
Well then, let's begin.
Da schon wieder. That.
Time to loosen up.
Do you always have to come in like that?
It is of the utmost importance.
At a time like this?
Times like this are perfect. Anyway, it appears to be an abandoned factory of some kind.
What could Boss be hiding here?
Somnium scan, activate!
Sinking in the refrain. Open the door to Boss's truth. Boss is hiding something. Reveal the truth of the new Cyclops serial killings. Okay.
A door that looks like the anywhere door. It appears to be locked. A rusted metal door. It is no use. The ice pick will not work as a key.
Nah.
A rusted metal.
Break the lock with that.
Roger. I will try. It worked!
All right, open it.
Oh.
Several keys have fallen.
One of them must be the right one.
I do not have time to try all of them.
Hopefully there's some kind of sign.
Indeed.
Warum habe ich jetzt ein mal 10 Ding bekommen?
It's a key. It's a key.
50 Sekunden. Uff.
It's a key.
5 Sekunden.
It's a key.
10. What?
It's a key.
Eine Sekunde, ja gut. Nehmen wir erstmal das, damit man nicht zu viel
Whoa!
Zeit. What?
Doesn't look like this is it.
It could be related to what we saw beyond the door.
Ja, okay.
It's a key.
Ich denke mal der...
The ice pick is next to this key. It appears to be correct.
That's what I said.
The tag is labeled A.
I was right. Give me some credit.
That must mean you can use this key for something labeled A.
Come on.
Good.
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
A door.
Open.
Perhaps we can use the key I just picked up.
Yeah,
Vielleicht.
try that.
It opened. Odd. Isn't this the 3rd floor? What is going on here?
Looks like the floors are connected in a weird way.
Quite the troublesome dream. A door with... Yeah!
Nice.
Well, that was easy.
It was. This is the second floor, but it is clearly not the door I just opened.
It's like a maze. I have to remember what door goes where.
Door C.
Well, that was easy.
It was.
Nee.
Oh, we're on the second floor again.
We leave the second floor and come right back to it? This is confusing.
An oil drum hung with wire. Oh,
Guess you should check that door.
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes.
a rusted metal door.
What? Ernsthaft? Okay.
It does not appear to be locked. This again.
So we can't just grab one. We have to be careful.
Okay. Das ist das erste Ding. Das ist das erste Ding, was wo du wahrscheinlich wirklich die Zeit sehr managen musst.
It's a key with the hands indicate 8 o'clock.
Ja.
It's a key with the hand.
Auch 5 Sekunden.
It's a the hand.
In the morning?
No, that is not.
10. Oh.
Less than 1 minute. Hurry!
It's a key. The hands indicate.
1 Sekunde, okay.
This is not it.
Is the time on the clock relevant?
It would be quite this.
Or they just want us to think that.
True.
Ja. Mal 2, was?
It's the hands.
Oh.
Is this the correct answer?
Saturday night at 8 matches Renju's estimated time of death.
D is written on the tag. Let's go, Date. I will try the key.
Yeah, try it.
It opened.
Das werde ich wahrscheinlich jetzt nicht mehr
This door
schaffen.
too.
Ich hätte mir das eine 1 Sekunden Ding aufheben müssen.
Date! 30 seconds!
Moment. Dritter Mord war Iris und Ota. Control Panel. Pipe.
Rows of monitors and buttons. This appears to be old. I believe this computer controls the factory's electronics. It appears to require a key to activate.
Hmm.
A broken pipe. Steam is leaking out. You want me to cover this hot hole?
Yeah.
You're making me do some dangerous things. Perhaps that will work? This won't be easy to cover. It's a broken pipe.
Ah.
Oh, it's just as I calculated.
You were surprised, admit it.
A rusted metal door. Most of the ice is gone now. I think I can open this door. This key has control panel written on the tag.
Control panel? The one right there?
Rows of monitor. There! Oh!
So?
I see. If we move the scaffold, a new route appears.
Okay, let's move it.
Ja. Hätten wir Zeit. Dann
Date, there is no time left.
Damn it, what the hell is Boss up to?
Damn it! Na gut, jetzt weiß ich, dass ich die eine Sekunde aufheben muss. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay, so. Das erste war... Tür mit Eispick.
A rust.
Auto? Also. Habe ich da irgendwas bekommen? Ich glaube ja.
A door.
Ein Sechstel, ja. Okay.
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
A door.
Ich bin mir nicht sicher.
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes. You have 3 minutes, Date.
Road-
Okay.
Door. What?
Okay, good.
You have less than 2 minutes. Hurry.
Muss ich denn was machen überhaupt? Ich glaube, ich bin falsch.
Arrested. No use. Arrested.
Ja, 998.000
Date.
Sekunden. Das ist wie lang? Moment. Na, runden wir mal. Durch 60. Nochmal durch 60. Das sind 277, Periode 2 Stunden. Durch 24 sind 11,5 Tage. Hat es jetzt gedauert, die Tür da zu öffnen. Okay, da. Beziehungsweise hat es gedauert, zu versuchen, die Tür zu öffnen.
You have 3 minutes, Date.
Okay.
Rows of mon.
Da waren wir. Okay. So, gucken wir da
Rows
nochmal.
of monitor. There. Oh,
So?
Gelb.
I see. If we move the scaffold, a new route appears.
Okay, let's move it.
Rows of.
Ah! Sleep? Bett.
Hey, it got stuck.
This button is indeed the one needed to move the scaffold, but
Huh. There might be another step we have to do first.
But
rows of.
What?
It shrunk.
Rows of.
Oh.
I see. Rows of.
It extended.
Now we can use the route to door B.
That means I just need to open the B strich door.
Door.
You have less than 2 minutes. Hurry!
Wenn war das Richtige? Ich glaube ja.
Door F. This is the first time we've seen it.
Ah, okay.
The first floor. This is the first time we've been here.
That big door. If we can see what's in there, we'll figure something out.
A power cord. It is discharging sparks. An iron ladder. Yeah.
Was? What?
I passed through it. It must not be for climbing.
Cool.
An iron...
Lift Tackle. Was anderes haben wir hier nicht. Cool.
A power cord. If this were pointed in a different direction, something might happen to the door. No, this is different. That won't work this time. An eye. Ready? Whoa!
Kaboom!
This Somnium is awfully dangerous.
Hey, that door. Maybe we can open that one now. Check it out.
Check it out.
A rusted metal. I'm going to open it.
That's... Iba, return to the control room on the 3rd floor.
At once.
Ach, das darfst du jetzt machen. Obwohl wir eigentlich keine Zeit mehr hätten. Okay. Was? Was? Ja, das haben wir ja eigentlich gewusst, dass der in dem Kostüm war. Hä?
What the hell is going on?
Date, what are you doing? 6 minutes are up!
Wait! Hitomi is...
Date, you can't go any longer! Force shutdown!
No! I took a look around your head, and I discovered something. Something about the new Cyclops serial killings. Apart from Ota, there are 4 victims. Shoko Nadami, Renju Okiura, Iris Sagan, and So Sejima. Who was responsible for these murders? Shoko was stabbed by Renju with an ice pick. Renju was strangled to death by Iris. So cut open Iris's body. But who shot So? It was you. In other words, all of these murders were committed by different people. There wasn't just one killer. That's how it looks on the surface, anyway. But that's not the truth, is it? There's only one culprit. One person. And that person is...
It's you!
Yes, you. The person in front of me right now.
You're blaming the commander of Abyss for this?
No, not Boss. The person inside Boss's head.
Can you at least try to make sense?
Alright, I'll explain. You know about the abandoned chemical plant in Kawasaki? There's a prototype sync machine there. You use that device to swap around bodies one by one.
Oh!
In other words, the entire egg ends up being replaced. Mind, consciousness, memory, they are traded. Switched.
I don't know where it started, but at some point, you got into Shoko's brain. Then, you got into Renju's. And got rid of Shoko's body. After Renju was Iris. You strangled Renju using Iris. After that, into So. Who you used to kill Iris and Ota at the cold storage warehouse. Now, you're in Boss's body, inside her head.
I see.
Oh!
If you know that much, then I have nothing left to hide.
Oh!
Yes, I am the culprit behind the new Cyclops serial killings. I guess you can call me the new Cyclops killer.
Who the hell are you?
Saito, Saito Sejima.
Hab's schon erwartet. Oder
Congressman Sejima's
gedacht.
son.
What?
I researched Saito thoroughly, but I cannot find any images of him on the internet. He is listed on the family register, but I cannot find any photographs.
Who was inside Iris during the interrogation Sunday?
That was me.
You imitate her well. From the way you talked and your body language, it was like the real Iris. Earlier, too, you almost had me fooled. Your imitation of Boss was perfect.
Yes, there's a reason for that. Let me define some terms first. A person's memory and sense of self. Let's call that personality. It isn't quite the right word, but it'll suffice. Now, transferring that personality into someone else's brain, let's call that parasitism. The one transferring is the parasite, the one being transferred into is the host. Are you with me so far? Moving on. Even after the personality exchange is complete, the host's memory isn't completely lost. About 1% remains in the brain. So, a parasite could use that 1% to imitate the language and behavior of the host. That's how I knew about the warehouse and Sunfish Pocket, by the way. Thanks to Renju and Iris's remaining memories. I'm telling you, it was me. Why are you making me repeat myself?
That means the Somnium I entered on Sunday.
That's right. It was me.
How? How does he know about the original Cyclops killer? And something else was troubling me.
What's going on here?
Give me the details of each crime. Und hör auf, das mit der Hand zu machen, das ist komisch.
Before I do, there's something I want to hear from you. How did you know about the prototype sync machine? And not only that, you also seem to know what the sync machine is truly capable of.
Tja,
Why is
Timeline-Sprung.
That's...
Regaining your memories, are you? Human memory is fractal. If you retain even a single piece of it, it's possible to recreate the whole thing. Pieces of memories are like roots that grow into every corner of the brain, gradually, slowly, taking its time. I imagine the same thing is happening in your brain right now.
A fractal is a figure with self-similarity. Allow me to explain. See this?
Triforce.
Whichever fragment you cut, you will see a similar shape. The whole is made up of its similar parts. This is called a fractal figure. Memories in the brain are similar. That is what he is explaining. He is claiming that from a few pieces, you can rebuild the memory.
I knew about the prototype from regaining my memory. Is that right? No, that's not it.
Parallel worlds exist.
Fine. I still have time.
time.
You'll see. So, where do you want me to start?
It's just past midnight on Tuesday. Shoko was killed on Friday. We think of that as day 1, today is day 5. What was Saito doing those days? I decided to ask him. Day 1.
Like you guessed, my personality was in Shoko, Renju's ex-wife. That made calling Renju easy. I need to talk to you about something. He came over without question. I think it was around 4 p.m. I had him meet me at the chemical plant. I made Renju go to sleep. Synced. Switched personalities. And then stabbed Shoko's discarded body with an ice pick. I took Shoko to Bloom Park by car, using the old abandoned subway line. Must have been around 8 p.m. by the time I was finished. I tied up Shoko to one of the merry-go-round horses. After that, I used Renju's phone to send a Nile message to Mizuki.
Mizuki that he got caught up in something serious.
Then, I just waited for Mizuki to arrive. Until next Saturday evening, my personality was inside Renju. My next target was Iris. I knew she would be suspicious if I asked her to come to Kawasaki, so I asked her to come to Sunfish Pocket first. I called her a little before 5 p.m., and she arrived just after 6. I greeted her, then convinced her to come with me. That's when Ota saw us. Anyway, I put her in the car, then headed to the chemical plant. On the way, I made her take a sleeping pill. I knew she might run once she saw where we were going. It was around 7 p.m. when I got there, and I wasted no time switching bodies. After getting Iris's body, I used a rolled-up apron to strangle Renju to death. Then I put his body in an empty oil drum I'd prepared earlier. I put that in the trunk of the car, then headed to Sunfish Pocket. But then, something I didn't anticipate happened. Waiting for the signal in Akiba, someone knocked on the window of the car. It was Ota. He asked me something about being able to drive. He was surprised, to say the least. I didn't have time to waste on him, but I couldn't risk him finding the oil drum in the trunk. Plus, if word got around that Renji's car was spotted driving around Akiba, that would foil my plans. So, I came up with a lie. I told him that I didn't have a license, so he had to keep it a secret. That's what that thing referred to in Ota's Nile messages, by the way. And just like that, I managed to escape a bad situation and headed to Sunfish Pocket as planned. The rest went exactly as you already figured out. Sunday morning, I had a recording or some such thing scheduled. Oh, I am of course referring to Iris. I didn't want to draw suspicion, so I decided to attend as planned. I went to Lemniscate and performed my job, and when I left, I ran into you, Date. To be honest, I was a little surprised. Just the previous night, I was a parasite in the body of Renju. I didn't think Ota had seen me. So, of course, I didn't expect to see you there so soon. You were on to me, but there was nothing I could do about that. If I ran, it would only increase your suspicion. So I decided to play my role. The interrogation began around 8:20 p.m., is that right? Then you synced into my mind. But you didn't get what you were looking for, did you? As a result, you had no choice but to release me. I didn't want to go home right away. I knew there might be police waiting for me. That would make it difficult to sneak out at night. And that would put my plan in jeopardy. So I asked you to take me to Marble. I tried to find an opportunity to run, but then another unexpected event occurred. I got a Nile message from Ota. I knew I could use him. So I told him I needed his help and to meet me at Marble. He did as I instructed him to do. After that, I got into the van with Ota. But because his presence was unnecessary, I asked him to stop at a convenience store to buy me something to drink. When he was gone, I took his car and drove to my parents' house where I used to live. Yes, the Sejima residence. Of course, I knew I couldn't just walk up and ring the doorbell. Hello, Father, it's been a long time. I was also in Iris's body at the time. But I thought I could use that to my advantage. So I pushed on the intercom and sure enough, my dad invited me inside. I told him this. I want you to come with me. There's something I need to show you. He was quiet for a while, but eventually agreed and got into the van with me.
Okay.
We arrived at the prototype sync machine around 11:50 p.m. By the time I was in the body of Sosejima, it was a new day. This was yesterday, early Monday morning. Past midnight. In my new body, I drugged Iris, put her in the van, and drove to a new location, Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. I arrived around 1, then prepared for the show for a couple hours. Of course, when I say show, I mean dismembering Iris. Because of the temperature in the warehouse, it took longer than I expected to prepare, but... well, you saw it in the video. Of course, I didn't anticipate Ota would show up. What does that make it? 3 times that brat has showed up unexpectedly? That annoyed me to no end, and I took that out on him. Dressing him up in the polar bear was an impromptu plan on my part. I didn't mean to make you think he was the killer. I just wanted to throw a wrench into the investigation. Didn't matter if you found out or not. This all happened Monday morning. I left the warehouse around 3:30 a.m. There isn't much to talk about on Monday. Before noon, I used my old man's body to call this one Boss. You might not know this, but she and my father go back about 6 years.
6 Jahre?
The two shared a terrible secret. Hinting at that was enough to get the boss to come running to me immediately. I injected her with a sedative, then brought her body to the chemical plant. I synced with her, exchanged our bodies, and after blowing my father's brains out, I cut his body into pieces. I stuffed the meat into a vase I'd brought earlier, then drove back to my house.
Saito spoke with grace and no sign of remorse. I was trying to keep my anger from boiling over and kept asking him questions. Why did you take all the victims' eyes?
You know all about the prototype sync machine, don't you? That should explain it.
Well, I knew. The prototype sync machine differed from the one at Abyss in a few key ways. The machine at Abyss is more sophisticated. Nano cables from the sync gear enter through the gap between the eyeball and socket. They then travel down the optic nerve canal to the brain. But the prototype sync machine isn't so advanced. To perform a sync, you need to remove the left eye. Ah! Okay. Manually. The subject and the syncer have to remove their eye from the socket. Otherwise, the cables cannot enter the brain. Sie ist böse. Nicht ganz. Also... Sie nicht. Aber... die Persönlichkeit, die in ihr ist im Moment. Also, die hat gerade die Persönlichkeit von jemand anderem in sich drin. Otherwise, cables cannot enter the brain. Of course, even with the eye removed, severing the connection to the brain isn't necessary. The extracted eyeball still has the optic nerve and blood vessels connected. After a sync, the eye is supposed to be replaced back in the socket. It's supposed to be safe. Side effects are rare. Unless the nerve or blood vessels are damaged somehow, replacing the eyeball isn't too difficult.
Of course, I don't really care about eyes. I don't need them. All I cared about was exchanging bodies with the sync. And for that, I needed to remove the left eye.
Why didn't you just put the eyes back when you were done?
That's obvious. Once I was finished transferring into a new body, the old one was of no concern to me.
Ja, es ist halt ein Uchikoji-Spiel. Der Typ, der ist sehr gerne ein bisschen kompliziert in seinen Stories.
Why would I bother replacing the eye? I was just going to get rid of it anyway.
Where are the eyeballs that you removed?
Shoko's is in Renju. Renju's is in Iris. Iris's is in Dad. Dad's is in Boss.
Eee.
Their stomachs, I mean.
You sick bastard.
Yes, I ate them.
Eee.
Immediately after exchanging personalities.
How horrible.
Why didn't the sync victims resist after waking?
Ah, the prototype sync machine has a special feature. It administers a strong dose of sedatives to the original body, and a stimulant to the host after a sync. That kept them docile.
Why did you display the bodies the way you did?
To harass you.
What?
I wanted to bring out the hatred in you. That's why I called Mizuki to Bloom Park. That's why I streamed Iris's murder. Because they were important to you, weren't they? I wanted you to feel cornered, trapped. I wanted to punish you, Kaname Date.
What's your motive?
Homicide is my hobby. I have a tenacity for it, what can I say? Of course, it was also necessary to make sure people kept their mouths shut. If I took over someone's body, they would know about my crimes. I couldn't risk them reporting me, so I killed them. It was also a matter of revenge. Against you. It's personal. That's why I chose people close to you as targets. Well, except for my father, of course. That was personal to me. But don't ask. It's embarrassing.
Revenge against me?
This series of murders was like a journey for me, you know? Traveling through bodies to finally reach the end. That's the thing about traveling. You always wind up in the same place, don't you? Where do you think that is? Your home. A trip is only complete once you return home. The same goes for me. When I return home, my travels will come to an end. So I'll be needing it back. My body.
Okay. Ist Date in Wirklichkeit Saito?
What?
You stole my body. You took it from me 6 years ago. That's why I want revenge.
What are you talking about?
You have no idea what it was like inside my own head. I miss it. I miss my brain, Date. No matter how many people I killed, it never worked. I never felt happy. I feel miserable.
You mean?
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oh, that's right. My old body. How are you finding it, Date?
This body is yours?
That's what I've been telling you!
But I don't have the same oxytocin deficiency you did.
That is because I regularly supplement it. They must have increased your dosage too much.
No, but the person who had this disorder was number 89, the original Cyclops killer.
That is what I believed as well, but we must have misunderstood. Pewter did not specify who exactly was imprisoned, only that one of the original culprits responsible was currently in prison.
That's strange. That would mean number 89 is the previous chairman, Rohan.
What?
That must be it. Rohan is a parasite inside number 89's brain.
Oh.
Pewter must have known that.
No way.
What? I was confused. I didn't understand any of it.
Let us determine the specifics using Saito as our starting point. Whose brain was he in before Boss?
Sosajima.
And before So?
Iris. And before that, Renju. And before that, Shoko.
And before Shoko?
Whose body were you in before Shoko?
I was a parasite inside Rohan's brain 6 years ago until last year. I'd lost most of my memories. I was a shell of a man. They housed me in a special hospital, but I still had those fragments of my mind left, just as I explained earlier. From a single piece, you can recreate the whole. I took my time, slowly regaining my memories. 1 year ago, I remembered everything. I left the hospital and immediately sought out Shoko Nadami. I got her body, and she was in Rohan's. When she saw herself in the mirror, she lost her mind. She was confused, panicking, running up the emergency staircase, and then...
That's why Rohan committed suicide.
After that, I spent a year perfecting my plan, using Shoko's body. I spied on you all this time. That's why I know everything about you.
Who were you before Rohan?
In there, in that body you are operating right now, in that skull, my personality lived there.
Wait, hold on. If what you're saying is true, what about my personality?
It was in Rohan.
I'm not Rohan!
Correct. It is just as he explained earlier. Number 89 was in Rohan's body. In other words...
That's... Am I real?
Sorry, but time's up. I want my body back. It's quite simple. Sync with me and stay inside my mind for more than 6 minutes.
And if I refuse?
I know that you won't. I know it.
Huh?
Date, look! This is streaming live!
What? Oh!
Damn you!
If you give me back my body, I will give you the location. Oh, and of course, it isn't the chemical plant in the Kawasaki district.
Aiba, where's the source?
It is being routed through numerous IPs. I cannot identify the source.
Pewter, contact headquarters, now!
Got it!
Now, what will you do? Will you agree to my request?
Oh. Mich interessiert, was da passiert. I won't do it.
Date, I'm hurt. Don't you care about what happens to her?
I won't do it.
Do you understand the gravity of this situation? A bomb is strapped to her body.
I won't do it.
You're too stubborn. Or maybe you're just cold-hearted.
I won't do it.
You want to see what will happen when her flesh burns and tears and scatters?
I won't do it.
If you aren't quick, you'll see the whole thing. You know I'm not bluffing, don't you?
I didn't agree no matter how many times he demanded it of me. I refused again and again. Oh! And when I saw it, I understood. boss's body rolled into the corner of the room. I didn't want to think anymore. Anything. Nothing. I closed my eyes and ran my palm across my face. I could taste blood. Bad end. I could taste blood. Yeah. Ah.
Shoko Nadami,
Ja.
Renju Okiura.
Jetzt weiß ich halt nicht, soll ich... Ja. Nicht safe. Ah. Ah ne, fuck, ich hab ja über die Dings gespeichert. Ah! Ich bin dumm. Ich frage mich dann, wie es überhaupt dazu kam, dass Date beziehungsweise Nummer 89 zur Polizei kam. Beziehungsweise wie es zu dem ersten Sync zwischen Moment. Was war der erste Sync? Moment. Schoko hatte mit Rohan und hatte dann Saito mit Rohan gesynkt oder hat zuerst 89 mit Saito gesynkt und dann 89 mit Rohan. Ah.
Date?
Das so ganz klar ist es noch nicht so.
See? I knew you wouldn't refuse. I know you well, don't I, Date?
Aber was? Aber was ist jetzt mit Aiba?
I did it. I did it. I'm back. I got it all back.
Hey, where's Hitomi?
All right. I'll tell you as promised. Boss's house.
Boss's
However, it might be too late by now.
What? Why?
Return my body and I'll tell you the location. That's what I said. I didn't lie. I kept my promise.
You bastard!
You're the one who injured that body. It's your own fault, really.
Damn it.
Be seeing you.
Und Pewter? Beziehungsweise das wollte ich auch gerade vorschlagen. Yeah!
Date, are you all right?
Aiba's voice barely resonated. My eyesight was hazy. A heap of broken images. Sweat was building on my palms. It felt like my throat was closing up and I was struggling for breath. In my ears, the rushing blood of my heartbeat was the only sound.
Everyone's dead.
Shoko, Ranger, Iris, Oda, Hitomi, Boss. The flesh remains, the mind is lost.
I couldn't do anything.
Ist es normal, dass die jetzt in der Stimmlage von dem da denkt. Ich meine, ja, Gewohnheit vielleicht. Ich meine, der war jetzt 6 Jahre in dem Körper. Aber ja. Ich meine, wissenschaftlich kann man das, glaube ich, schwer überprüfen, was da jetzt die Tatsache wäre.
Saito had me right where he wanted me. Nothing. Nothing.
Parallel worlds exist.
The words suddenly echoed in my head. I couldn't remember who, or where, or why. But I thought that if there really was such a world, then me in that world, I is another. What?
Could I have had a better future?
I prayed that I could. I felt my consciousness sink into a black abyss. Uchikoji. Komischer Typ. Annihilation Route. What? Ist es endlich vorbei? Noch nicht. Noch nicht. Also, jetzt gleich ist es vorbei, aber aber an sich das Spiel geht noch weiter. Nämlich hier. Also wir waren gerade da. Jetzt gehen wir dahin. Beziehungsweise dann beim nächsten Mal. Da hat's angefangen. Aber das wird wahrscheinlich das letzte sein. Ich habe hier gerade gespeichert. Ja. Gut. Mehrere Enten. Ja. So ein bisschen verworrenes Storytelling. Also mehrere Routen, aber du nimmst auch aus anderen Routen Informationen für wieder andere Routen mit und wie ein Puzzle im Endeffekt. Jede Route hat so ein paar Puzzleteile, die du mitnimmst, während du die Route machst. Und am Ende, in der finalen letzten Route, kannst du dann das ganze Puzzle fertig machen.